When creating a test, you can use a random block to ensure that each student receives a different version of the test. The question is, what is a random block? So a random block is a group of questions retrieved from a question pool. Questions are randomly retrieved from the selected question pool based on the question type and the number of questions available in the selected pool. Okay, so a random block is a set of questions retrieved at random from one or more question pools to be presented each time the test is taken. For today's webinar, we will discuss how to create a random block, add the random block questions to a test, edit the number of questions to display, edit the points per question. To begin, first we should access our course. Okay, for example, you access your course, go to your Blackboard account. For example, this is the course where you want to create a test using random block. Okay, so you can first think that what we should do, we should go to control panel. Where you can find control panel on the left hand side at the bottom. Here course management, and here is control. Under control panel you can access course tools. It's always better to create test using course tools. Under course tool, then you will see you can access here. So under course tools, here all the Blackboard tools that you can use for your course. So scroll down here, you'll find test, survey, and tools. So click test, surveys, and tools option. You will see here this screen. So first what we will do here, we will build a test using random block. So I'll go to test first, then I'll click build test. Okay, for example, here you can give the name of this test. You can say quiz 1 or midterm 1. Okay, midterm 1, for example, or first midterm. You can give whatever title you want. Scroll down here, you have the description. Write a description of the test and write instructions, and after this submit. Once you submit, you will find this test canvas screen here. On the test canvas here, okay, point to reuse question on the action bar. Okay, to access the drop down list and select create random block to begin searching for questions. Okay, but make sure that you have created, before using random block, you should make sure that you have created a pool in Blackboard. Okay, so if you have not created a pool in Blackboard, you should first create a pool. At least one pool you must have in the Blackboard in order to use random block option. Okay, if you have not created pool, so again go back to control panel. Under control panel, locate test, surveys, and pools. Click test, surveys, and pools. Then you no need to go to test to create pool. You have to go to here, see option test, surveys, and pools. What is pool? A question pool is a collection of questions that is stored for repeated use. You can use pools to create tests and surveys. You can also export and import pools for use in testing other courses. Questions in a pool are almost identical to test questions. Okay, instructors typically use pools to create a database of questions they can reuse in multiple tests. So pool is a database, okay, or you can say a question bank. So before creating a test using random block, we should create pools first. If you have already created pools, so and if you want to add more questions in your pool, in your question bank, so you can go to pools and create like this. So click pools. Once we click pools, we find here build pool, import pool. Okay, these two options. You want to create new pool. So please go to build pool. It is similar to the test. Okay, then write the name of the pool. For example, I write here or midterm questions. For example, midterm questions 1. Then write the description and instructions. Then click submit. Once you click submit here, you will find this pool canvas. So from here, create questions. You can choose multiple choice question. You can create multiple answers, different type of question, true, false, short answer, essay type of question, file response, fill in multiple blanks questions. Okay, so create here different types of questions. Okay, once you have created question, pool will appear like this, as you can see here, midterm questions. You can also edit your pool. When you go to pool, you can edit. See here, for example, I have created 3 multiple choice questions, 3 true false questions, and 4 essay type of question. So these questions are already available in my pool. Okay, so what we were doing previously, we were creating a test using random block. So once you are done with your pool, then again go back to the test that you were creating. Okay, midterm 1, for example, we were creating here, but our pool was not ready. So we have created pool. Now we'll go back to midterm 1 exam, where if you want to use random block. So click edit. Once you click edit here, again go to create random block option. So you will see this create random block. This pop-up window will appear. So select one or more pools from here. For example, we want to take questions from midterm 1 question pool that we have created for our midterm exam. So you see random blocks draw questions from pools only, as I mentioned here, that so you must create pool. Otherwise, you can't use random block option in your exams. So first choose the pool from from where you want to pull the questions. I want to take questions from midterm questions, this midterm question pool. Now I want to take first multiple choice questions. So please go to multiple, see check mark this multiple choice question. Then you will see on the right hand side on the same window here, see multiple choice questions will appear. Okay. Okay. So multiple choice questions, and click submit. Once you submit, you will see this random block is created. Okay, you will see this a success message. It states that the random block of questions has been added to the test. Okay, and here you can see total questions. So there are total questions 3. This is for example, I'm just total 3 questions I have created only for the sake of this webinar. Okay, you can create more questions. You will create more effectively. You can use random block. Okay, so for example here 3 questions. Now from here see number of questions 2. So here assign the number of questions to display to students. Okay, so for example here I'm choosing question 1 or 1 question from this block, or 2 question 2. I'll choose question 1 for example. Then submit. Then on the right side you can see here points per question. From here you can assign questions. For example, if you want to give 10 marks for question, 1 question, so you can give of 1. I will choose 1 mark for 1 question. So a student will see any one of these 3 questions. Okay, 3 questions that is given in the pool. So each students will see different version of the questions. Okay, if you have large number of students, many sections, so it's always advisable to create as maximum as possible. Okay, so like this you can create random block. Now here we have only given multiple choice questions. Okay, now you want to add here more questions using random block. Again, go to create random block option, click create random block, then locate the pool from where you want to pull the questions. For example, this midterm questions, so check mark this option, scroll down here, for example, true false questions. So click true false question, then true false question will appear on the right side of your window. See here, then click submit at the bottom, click submit. See here, bottom, click submit. Once you click submit, you will find true false questions will appear here. So here total questions 3. Now you can assign number of questions that you want to use for your test, your midterm exam. You can choose, then click submit. Then you can also change the point value from here, point per question. For example, I'll choose 1, then click submit. Similarly, you can also create different types of questions. Essay type of questions, for example, click create random block. Then choose the pool from where you want to mistake the questions. Then scroll down. I want to take essay type questions. So here essay types questions are here. Okay, you can see these are the questions. And at the bottom, you will find this submit button. Click submit. Once you click submit, you will see here questions will appear. This random block will come here. This success messages here. Then you can choose number of questions. I'm choosing here only 1 question. If you want to choose, for example, 2. So 2 questions will appear, will display to you students. 2 questions will display from this block. Then points per questions, you can change questions. For example, there are 2 questions, so I will assign here 1 mark, or okay, submit. You cannot assign separate points or point values for individual questions in the same random. So therefore, you may want to only include questions for approximately the same difficulty. So here 2 questions, 2 marks. So like this, you can create questions using random block. If you want to review or view or edit individual questions, how will you do? For example, here this random block, for example, multiple choice questions. You want to review multiple choice questions. Then here you have this, it's written here, preview questions that match selected criteria. So please click preview question that match selected criteria. Then this, you will find here questions, for example. Now you want to, for example, this question 2, this is wrong, there is some mistake, or you want to make some addition there. So from here, this drop down menu, click okay here, then you will find this option edit option. But from here you cannot delete question, you can just only edit the question. Okay, so click edit. So you can edit question, you can edit the options. Okay, after editing, click submit. Similarly, you can edit true false questions, essay type of question, all types of questions you can edit in this test canvas. Okay, now you are done with this, and you want to deploy a test now. This midterm 1 test has been created in your test tools, Blackboard test tool. Now you want to deploy it in student's account. To deploy it into student's account, please go to assignments and test. You go to assignments and test. Okay, from this action bar here, see at the top here, assessment, click test. Once you click test, here you will find midterm 1. So choose the test, select the test, midterm 1. Click submit. Then you have here test options. Okay, if you have not provided a description, so provide the descriptions here, whatever the description you want to provide here for your test or your quiz. Then open a new test window. You can choose these settings according to your requirement. Make available to students, add a new announcement. Okay, I'm not going to make announcement. Then select the settings according to the department policy. Submit. Now see here, your test will appear at the bottom here. So here is the midterm one. Now if you are a coordinator of a course, you have created all the questions using random block in your account. You want to send these questions or this question, this test to to your colleagues, those who are sharing with you the same course. So what you have to do, okay, from your course at the bottom here, see here control panel, go to the control panel. From control panel, go to course tools. Okay, click course tool. Once you click course tools here at the bottom, from the course tools, go to the test service and pools. Click test. Click test. Once you click test, then here midterm one, for example. Once you click, then here there are two options: export to local computer, export to content collection. So we have to export to local computer. So export to local computer. For example, I received this test from my coordinator, and I want to import this test in one of my sections. Okay, I'll go there. Then this is my section where I want to import this test. Scroll down from the control panel. I'll go to the course tools. Okay, then here at the bottom here, test service and pools. Now test. Before I go, import this test, I want to show you in my pools there's nothing. Now we'll see what will happen when I will import this test. Test, then import test. Browse my computer and locate the test where I saved it on the desktop. Okay, here is the test. Submit. Okay. Now see, this midterm one test is there. Okay. Now let's go to pools and see. In pools, it should come. See, now see, imported midterm grade. When you import a test from your colleague or from your coordinator, so you no need to again build pool for the similar questions. When you will import, questions will automatically go to your pool tool of the Blackboard automatically, as you can see here. So okay, so midterm questions are already here. You can also edit if you want. Okay, you can edit if you want. You can edit from here. Okay, see all the questions that your coordinator, or if you are the coordinator, that if you have created, okay, and you want to edit, you can edit from here. Okay, from here you can edit. So this is all about using random block for midterm one and quizzes. Please feel free to ask me questions. If you have any question, please write in the chat box, or if you want to talk, you can talk.